All right, we are back. We are back. Welcome back, Opinion Nation. I needed to get this in. Um, and honestly, y'all, I by mistake banned Divine Femme during the last live, and it freaked me out because I couldn't figure out how to undo it. I had to read all kind of documentation just to find out that she wasn't really banned, and it was a whole thing. So I'm happy to see that she is in the chat and that it works. She still got a wrench and everything. Um, thank you, Divine. You know, I'd emailed her and everything. I'm like, this is gonna be problematic. Yes, you are here. Thank goodness. I was really upset about that. My mouse battery died, and I started using my touch screen, and all the stuff is so small. I was hitting all kind of stuff, trying to look at the scroll up the messages, child, and before I knew it, it was like banned. I'm like, wait, what? And then I couldn't figure out how to undo it. So I'm about to do my real quick recap. Y'all know I did it in 18 minutes the last time. I just finished watching the episode, and y'all know I told y'all it took me 3 different tries to get through it. And I just got through it. And I know other folks have reviewed it. I've listened to a couple of people, but I'm particularly annoyed with a couple of things. Okay. So let me just work through it, and I'm gonna let y'all go. We're gonna hit it and we're gonna quit it. So first and foremost, y'all. So, okay. Destiny is my girl. I love Destiny. I think that she is a beautiful person. She has a great spirit. I enjoy her. I just really rock with her the long way. Martel, Martel is fine as long as he's not triggered. Like when he is just, being normal, nobody on his case, nobody trying to hold him accountable, don't nobody need nothing from him. And he's able to just be amongst everyone and just chill out. He's also bearable, entertaining. I like him in those instances. I've gone full seasons where I've actually, didn't have no problems with Martel. Particularly when they finally got divorced and he started trying to make amends with everybody. And it was smooth on that side, right? But Martel these days, he's just been wearing me out. So, and y'all already know about that. Okay. So they're at the park. They got together to have this conversation. Here's my wonderings. I do wonder though, because Destiny is also very close with Letitia, and the other cast members, like again, she everybody's best friend, right? I do wonder what it's like to be in the middle in that way, right? I wonder about her being in the middle of Stormy and Letitia. Now we haven't really heard Stormy and Letitia address anything. They definitely don't come on social media talking about nothing as it should be, right? And so sometimes I wonder how Destiny plays in the middle of that, which makes me think that there ain't no middle, that they all are actually really fine, right? But in this scene, I did not enjoy I did not enjoy the back end of it, right? So the first part, they talk about the girl trip. I really feel like that was a lot lighter than how people made it seem when I heard other reviews. Destiny, you didn't say that you told her you loved her and like all these things. It's like, obviously this conversation was chopped and screwed. We don't know how much of it, how long they actually sat here and what all they talked about. Just like previously, I think when they showed Trish and them at the restaurant with Marquez, that she didn't sign the paperwork, but then in this episode we saw that she did sign it. And so, sometimes with the editing, you don't ever really know exactly how much they talked about. So it did feel a little bit, it seemed like something was a little bit off, but part of it is just Martel is in his feelings. Whenever he gets in his feelings, it's going to be weird because you don't really know what the F he's talking about. So Destiny's sitting there like, oh God, you got me in the middle of some stuff. She don't want to go back and forth for him. And she goes, I don't know if he just venting or he mad or just whatever, but I ain't trying to be in the middle of nothing. I'm keep to myself. Like that's on them. Okay. I just don't like none of it. I just really don't. I don't like any of it. I wish that here's what I wish for the entire cast. I'm looking forward to the season where everybody stand on business. If you feel away, say something. If you uncomfortable, say something. Challenge folks, push back. That's really what we enjoy about reality TV is folks stand in their stuff. On this show, it's too much sitting, looking silly, goofy in the face, and not saying nothing. That's the same thing that Nail sat there and doing, looking like Puss in Boots in the moment, and then later in a confessional or in some other scene with some other person, they're talking about all the things that they hoped and they wished and they dreamed. I'm not interested in that. If folks are uncomfortable or you got something to say it. Because what would have been nice in this scene is if my girl Destiny looked at Martel and was like, listen, Martel, you need to really cut this shit off. Cut this shit off. You enough is enough. We all sick and tired of hearing about it. Don't bring this shit up again. Just stop. Unless you got some actual proof, I think you should leave these people alone. Now that would have been a scene. But see, it's too much of this tinkering and trying to figure out who I'm a seesaw over here. No, y'all gotta stop. Y'all gotta stop that. And here, Destiny is in the chat. Girl, you ain't supposed to be here. Who told you to be over here on my live? You're not supposed to be here when I'm critiquing you. The Destiny Payton is in the building. I would drop the link for her, but I'm not going to do her like that today. I'm going to put something together real classy based to talk to Destiny. She said she did say something. And good. And good. I'm glad that you did. But I feel like Martel just and it's your friend. Girl, you going to have to tell me how you able to do Martel. And maybe because for the most part, he's the Martel that I actually like. I wouldn't even ask you to. No, ma'am. I wouldn't even do you like that. Everybody, Destiny is in the chat. I ain't able. You just listening in. Yeah. So Destiny ain't supposed to hear me when I'm critiquing. But yeah, I wish that they would have aired that because enough is enough with this. I'm so exhausted by every time Martel feels challenged that he got to go and start throwing folks under the bus. Like, and even if it's true or if it's not true, to me at this point, that's not even the point of the matter. You did what you did, and everybody on earth know about it. There's a whole woman and a whole child as proof. You don't leave. I'm just teasing you. Don't leave. Who's saying they sorry to Destiny? I'm sorry. We support you. She knows. She knows that she got a lot of support over here. And like I said, you ain't hear how I started. Destiny is my girl. And I love her to death. I wish something got to be done about Martel. I'm assuming that something is going to happen because we got episodes to go. But for all of y'all on this show, I need y'all to just really, and I mean, Destiny, you did it at the table. And all on the girls trip, you was not going. I need that to be a theme for everybody. Kimmy sitting there looking all simple. Now, she probably going to have something to say, but in the preview, the episode they showed us for a preview of next week with Mel flapping her gums with her Fraggle Rock looking ass, I'm hoping that Kimmy snatched the wig. Somebody got to snatch Mel's wig this season. It has to happen. Anyway, child. So, yeah, so they sitting there. And then, of course, Martel has a flashback. Now, let me tell you what's bullshit about this. Let me tell you why I'm not going for Martel in this scene. I'm going to be real. I'm going to keep this quick. This is going to be a real quick recap, y'all. I'm not going for Martel because he gets all triggered by Destiny mentioning Trish. Dude, had you not acted like a whole goddamn fool when you first met Trish, we wouldn't have this problem. That's one. If you would not, when the men asked you when y'all were bowling, if you weren't playing in Ken's face, because Marcel wasn't bothering your goofy ass then, but when y'all went bowling and they was talking about it, you had all this, oh, maybe I did, maybe I didn't. Oh, maybe I did, maybe I didn't. He been doing the whole Cupid shuffle on this thing the whole goddamn season. Maybe I did. Oh, what you think? Oh, you think I like? You think we did something? Maybe she came to my house. Maybe she didn't. Oh, ooh, oh. That's Martel. And then when it started picking up traction and you done piqued everybody's interest because didn't nobody give a shit from the beginning until you kept putting extras on it. Now people are like, well, hold on. When did this happen? Because she been with Ken for 5 years. You've been divorced for 5 years. Not even really. So when did all of this happen? Yeah, I feel that. I can tell that. I can tell that. I can tell that. Yeah. And then you use in the scene. That's probably why a lot of folks be looking, got that Muppet look too. You know, when Kermit the Frog, when Miss Piggy would say some wild shit and Kermit would be like, his face get all tight. That's how all these folks on Love and Marriage Huntsville be looking when they be put in these conversations and situations where somebody is saying something crazy about somebody else and they don't want to say nothing about it. It's that clear Kermit the Frog ass expression that everybody be using. But anyway, so Martel, now he going on and on. Now he mad. Now he triggered because you have poured gasoline like he always do. Gasoline over here, gasoline over there, dropping breadcrumbs here, dropping breadcrumbs there. And that is usually Martel. That's how he builds a storyline for himself. It's innuendo, innuendo. It's facial expressions. It's body language because he know everybody else gonna round up. Oh, did you see how Martel was looking? That means he got the secret. Like, you don't know that. That's how somebody looking when they're trying to keep up some bullshit and they like to start fires so don't nobody look at them too hard. Okay. So yeah, he done went around and started all this stuff with Trish, got all this hoopla. And then the moment people actually tune in and start asking questions, now he triggered. Why is Marcel bothering me? Marcel should just leave me alone. Like, and so why you always targeting Marcel? It's like he tempting Marcel to go upside his head. And at this point, I don't even know if I'll be against it. I may be okay with it. I don't even know. I'm sick of him. I'm just as sick of him as Tisha and Marcel are. Like, seriously. Because at this point, there's no reason for him not to just show receipts. His marriage is done. So it's not like he gonna hurt himself. He obviously don't have any respect for Letitia. So what hold your evidence for what reason? Hold your evidence. And the times that they have tried to show the evidence was some YouTuber. And we all know how that goes. Can I go to McDonald's with my friends? No, get out. So yeah, this is irritating to me. And it's just a setup. So my thing is, just like most things, Martel brought this whole thing on himself. He could have said very definitively when they first started asking him about Trish, how many months? We at season 9. This shit started in quote unquote season 8. And we just now getting to a point where he upset because people talking about it. Nigga, you could have ended all this the very first day we met Trish and y'all was over at Stormy house. When Stormy was all like, wait, what? You could have ended it there. You chose not to. Trish could have ended it there for whatever reason. She chose not to. Y'all need to stop playing in our face. Either y'all was in on this storyline together to come to us with the bullshit, or y'all drummed up all this fake outrage and then gonna turn around and get mad at other folks because now they finally tuned in and got questions. Marcel shouldn't be bothering me. He got his own stuff to go on. Like, you a hypocrite. Like, why you talking about what I'm doing when you doing stuff? First of all, fool, you said you wasn't doing nothing with her. I can't. This is that little boy stuff that is so unattractive to me. So unattractive. You was playing around with Ken standing there, which is hella disrespectful. Ken is feel a way about you. And now let's even go back around. Marcel had a whole sit down with Marquez. Read Marquez for filth to his face. Marquez accepted it, had a conversation as a man. Marquez went, and Marquez give me sucker MC vibes too. But Marquez went right, that Marcel, he was bothering me. He made fun of me. He said I left my family. Marcel, how he gonna say something to me? Don't they say he cheating? How you gonna talk to me about my family when on YouTube they talk about his family? No. Marquez sat there, listened to what he had to say, And then they had a conversation like men. Another example, Marquez, Ken sat there, had a conversation like men, said what needed to be said. Why is it that when it comes for Martel to have a conversation with another man, he gets to whining and crying and making up lies about folks and then running away like, again, Skeletor. That's Martel. I don't know who I called Skeletor the other day, but just dropping a smoke bomb and then running off with their arms flailing above their head, screaming. That's Martel. So for this scene, I give it a 0. Well, I give it a 0.5, and that 0.5 is for Destiny. Destiny being there. I do like the fact that Destiny switched up the conversation and talk about Madani. I wish that we would have been able to hear her talk more about Madani, more about the candles, but in pure LAMH fashion, it is going to always be dominated by some bullshit. So unless it's, you get it. So yeah, I was over Martel. I don't want to hear nothing about it. I don't have no empathy or no sympathy for you. You started all that bullshit with Trish. And finally, when Ken check your ass, I can't wait to see it because you have been playing in that man's face. Okay. All right. Now, on to the next. Melody. So here's another scene with Nell making that Kermit the Frog, that embarrassed Kermit the Frog ass face. But I'm going to put her aside for a second. Melody. This woman is becoming more and more unlikable as the episodes go on. The way that this lady bullied Nell out of having an opinion. My sister and I were sitting here watching this. We were both like, I would have slapped the fuck out of her. I would have slapped Mel's ass across that kitchen. Ain't no way in hell she could have talked to me like that in my face. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. And this takes me back to Heavenly. When Heavenly is like, are y'all scared of her? Like, what WTF? With this wig that she didn't cut into a bob that's all uneven. That's okay.
And we heard about you before you even got up here. While you have a chance, you need to be trying to get an education because your looks ain't gonna get you paid. Because you're not that cute. And your hair is uneven. You look dusty.
Her hair is uneven. All cut all wrong up underneath, which we could see from a mile away. I could see it all the way down here to Chicago when she run up and down throughout the kitchen laughing. Your hair is uneven with this fake Chanel chain on. Y'all tell me what season Chanel made this rusted costume jewelry as necklace. Somebody tell me. Tell me when it was made. Send me a link so I can buy me one. I would have probably had to sit on my hands with her talking to me like this. And I don't appreciate Nell taking 3, 4, 5 days to get down there to the dance studio to tell Fletcher that she felt away. It ain't take you all that time to go getting down there in Destiny's face. Ain't take you no time at all. Ain't take you no time to get in Tisha's face. Didn't take you no time at all. Now, when it comes to Mel, you needed 72 hours to process, and then another 48 hours to get up the nerve, and then another 36 hours to open your goddamn mouth. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it at all. So that's that. Missy Pete, your mama sound like a hating asshole. That's your mama, not me. But welcome to the Opinionation. You right. I hate bitches that think they can play in my face. That's the type of thing that I really hate. So she's sitting in here with this bad wig, bullying this lady out of her opinion. And I'm sitting here really trying to think to myself, like, are you seriously letting this lady talk to you like this? Can't be. Can't be. Can't be. Did you say that I was draining? I'm draining? Yes, you're literally draining in this moment. I'm drained. I'm drained right now because as a whole grown woman, I'm not allowed to have an opinion. I can't say nothing. Now you can go open your goddamn mouth and sing all goddamn day. We want to open our mouths. We can't say nothing. Am I draining? Yes, bitch, you are. You are draining. You're draining. You are. You're draining all of us. We're all drained. And the reason why the ratings are up this season is because you look a damn fool and people on here loving to hate you right now. The whole Twitter streets are in shambles. All the millimeters had to leave Twitter. They can't even stand up and defend you no more. They don't even try. I was just on there last night while I was trying to get through this episode the first time. All of Twitter said, girl, bye. It's folks in there saying that they used to like you and they don't like you no more. They tried, they can't stand it. They just not seeing how did not see it sooner. Oh, you a mess. You're not doing yourself no favors. So now you all in nail face. You done bullied this lady into finally nailed and changed her whole thing. Nail. Well, I meant both of y'all. So I'm more draining than him. You're saying I'm more draining than him? No, well, maybe it's just Martel. Okay, right, because ain't no way I'm more draining than him. Ain't no way you gonna have to, and when was you a mentor to me? Girl, if not just for this scene alone, if not just for this scene alone, you are more draining than Martel. Here's the thing. All Martel is gonna need is for him and Marceau to do fisticuffs one time. They just need to fight. They'll be friends, and they won't be friends. They'll be fine after that. They got to catch a fade. It don't need to be on camera, but that needs to happen. Once that happens, and once Martel get a good split of them tight ass pants and embarrass himself out here trying to squabble with Marceau, he'll be okay after that. Like, I can see a path forward for Martel. He still should become a friend of. But I can see a path forward because all they need to do is go off camera, like what happened the last time when it went too far and they all came back and they was cool. They need that to happen again, and it needs to go slightly further than that. And Martel's going to be fine because these are men at the end of the day. Mel is not going to be able to come back. It will require her to have too much humility, and we already know that ain't going to happen. So now Nail had the Kermit the Frog face in this scene. And I'm like, girl, it would have been a much better scene if Nail would have been like, hold on, now wait. Slow all this down so I can figure out what the hell you talking about. Yes, your ass is draining. You draining me right now, girl. That would have been a good scene. And I know what Mel is going to do. She's just going to get really angry and stop talking like she did at the table at the girls' trip. But Nell is right. She's not used to nobody questioning her because y'all don't question her. Y'all don't push back. So therefore, she can bully you out of your opinion. And she can gaslight you into thinking that you were the one who was actually wrong. So Nell left out of there all confused. She don't know her cooch from hole in the wall. It took her 10 days to recover from this one conversation. And I just hate that for her. I really do. I really do. And it was weird. And that ain't really how adult women act. You said that I'm more draining than him. Yes. And all these faces, you could not be looking at me like this. You could not. Where is it? Where was she laughing? Ooh, Lord. Ooh.
Just a trim.
Yeah. Yo, it's a good cover through on Navigator.
Melody is just as bad as Martel.
I ain't never tell nobody you just as bad as Martel.
You said it.
Look at her.
You said it's both of them. She can be stubborn and hard-headed.
Now, I may have said yes.
You said
you
all
can't
this
be
that
stubborn
I'm saying.
and hard-headed.
Look. I can't. I just cannot. Cannot. Give me 1 second. Yeah, I just needed that for a moment, y'all. Yeah, and it's just too much. I wouldn't be able to be in a friendship like that. And to the lady who said that you sound like a hating asshole. Your mama is a hating asshole, and your grandmama too. Your mama, your grandmama, and this Thanksgiving, all them hoes at your house that you cooking for, you probably don't have nobody. Everybody probably bailed out on your ass a long time ago when they realized that you was a crazy cult, a bad ass bitch from the internet. So you have all that to deal with. I wouldn't stand for no friendship like that. I wouldn't stand for it. Ain't no way. So then we get over here with Kimmy and Maurice. Obviously, Maurice can't say a whole lot because it's in litigation. So we getting a little piece of this, piece of that. Now, what I don't like is when I've heard other reviews or I saw folks on Twitter before I saw the show myself, they were like, oh, Kimmy don't know what her man is. She don't know what he at. How you don't know what he at? Well, if the nigga in jail, if you in jail, I might not know that. You might have to call me from jail to let me know that that's where you are. You would have to be in jail or the hospital. Those are two places. I don't know which one. Until I find out which one, then I know where you at. Like, these people are so obsessed with somebody cheating. They get that shit from Daddy Carlos. They get that shit from their daddy. Daddy Carlos then poisoned everybody's brain that the common denominator and the answer to all things is infidelity. So they couldn't even stop with their bullshit for a half a second to recognize that what Kimmy was saying was that when he wasn't there, she didn't know where he was. And it turned out he was in jail. I can't. I just cannot. I just can't. So, Martel had DUI. Here's my thing on this. All you prudes out there, the ones that don't like shaking titties and ass, we talked about y'all before. All y'all prudes who don't get invited to parties and don't nobody really like y'all because you're so goddamn boring, and every time people want to go someplace, you got to be the person in the group getting on everybody's nerves, talking about what ain't gonna work right, and they just stopped inviting you because you're a bore and a drag. Okay? So all of you bores and drags that don't get to go nowhere, and when you get to go, you the one you want to split the bill. You talking about how you only had a Coke and some fries. Like, they have gotten rid of y'all ass from a long time. Nobody invite y'all to nothing. So y'all wouldn't know because you've been recliner bound. Okay? The rest of us who are not recliner bound and still out here outside having a good time, enjoying our lives, we have everybody on this live right now has had an experience when you done prayed your ass home from the bar. Don't get on here and lie. Maybe not y'all, because all y'all are saved. Me. I'll say me, so I don't have to put y'all on the spot. I've definitely had nights where I prayed myself all the way home, where I was like, damn, I really don't need to drive. Or do I? No, I think I'm cool. And then halfway in, it's like, I'm not cool. I need to make sure that I am as focused as I possibly can be so I can get the hell on and be safe. If folks gonna be out here and pretend like you ain't never had a situation like that you ain't never gone to a bar and had more than 1.5 drinks, because it only takes, and just because you get a DUI don't mean that your ass was slithered. It don't even mean slithered. You can have two. First of all, I don't think I've ever been out to a party where I've only had one drink. Depending on how long I'm there, I'll definitely have a good 2-3 old fashions within the first 3 hours or so hanging out. 3-4 hours, I'll probably have 3 drinks. Now, if I choose to get up and leave and go get in my car and I have a tail light out, or like one of my siblings, they couldn't see the full name of the state on her license plate because of her license plate cover was covering up something stupid in Atlanta. She got pulled over for that, which I thought was absolutely ridiculous because the license plate holder she had was from the dealership. Or they pull, okay, and we talking about Alabama at night in a sports car. Maurice could have not come to a complete stop at a stop sign. Maurice could have made an improper pass. They didn't, male included, they didn't rolled it all the way up. If y'all let them tell it, he was going 90 miles on the highway, hanging out the side of the goddamn window, yelling what they say, YOLO, nigga. That's what Maurice was doing. Let Mel tell it. Let Mel tell it. And this is what I mean about the power of suggestion. It don't even really matter what the hell happened. And don't nobody know because wasn't nobody there. He got a DUI. You know how you can get, if you go out to the bar and your ass have a couple of beers and you end up getting pulled over and and let me also get this straight. They will charge your ass with a DUI if you refuse the breathalyzer test. And it's your right to refuse it. That's probably why or how he got the shit dismissed. But y'all so quick to paint folks with a negative brush and a negative light just to make somebody else shine. Somebody who literally should have been put in jail multiple times from the stuff that I've seen this lady do, especially if you can go to jail over harassing communications. I'm sure you can get a mug shot for trying to set somebody's couch on fire, but that's just me. I'm just saying. All of us have gone out to party and have driven home and you've driven home feeling completely sober, even though I've had 3 old fashions. But if you were to take a goddamn breathalyzer test, that bitch gonna come back drunk. You drunk. The alcohol is above legal limits. So what y'all want all us to believe is that all of y'all holy rollers who don't get invited nowhere anyway. And right. And then when y'all do get invited, y'all don't drink. That's why y'all able to cast judgment on everybody, because you just so perfect and so lovely, right? No, you never did nothing wrong. Your whole life has been a testament to Jesus' principles, and you have been nominated for sainthood. That's been y'all whole life. That's what they say in Maurice did, Mildred, that he took his bra off and let the windows down and he was just out there talking about some shake them titties, baby. That's what they making it like. The whole thing is just way too crazy to me. So yeah, y'all, I was really annoyed by that because they really made Maurice out to be just like, you're irresponsible. Can you believe it? Yeah, I can believe it because I don't hide out in my basement every day. I don't work, live, breathe, entertain from the basement. I actually interact with the real world and real people, like human real life people. All of my friends and fans are not on the internet. So because I interact in real life and I hobnob with actual air breathing human beings, I know that people are flawed and sometimes people do make bad mistakes, and all that means is that you are human, because despite popular belief, there's only one perfect being, and that was Jesus. And it's my understanding that he's sitting on the right hand of the Father, or was it the left? Either way, he up there, not here. That's done. Y'all believe in the saints of Melody Cherie or expect perfection out of everybody you come into contact with. And that's why you don't believe in people no more, because your expectations are too goddamn high. You expecting Jesus energy from everybody that you meet, and you don't even reflect such energy because you don't have no compassion, no grace for nobody. And here's another thing. Jesus wasn't no narcissist. Jesus was the model of humility. He was Jesus. He could have been out there stunting and fronting and doing all the things, never did it. We don't have no proof that he was ever like that, but y'all let them tell it. Y'all let them tell it. Perfection is what's required. Again, I don't know what book they read. I don't know what book they read. But anyway, y'all. Yeah, so Maurice got a DUI, child. He probably refused the breathalyzer. If you do that, they're going to lock your ass up for DUI, even though they can't prove it. And then you got to go to court, and then they'll figure it out. And what happened in this case is it was dismissed. Because if he had taken a breathalyzer test and it came back drunk, how you dismiss that? That's it. I think that that's great. Keep shining that you have the presence of mind that every time you have a drink, you don't drive. I think that that's wonderful. I don't think that that's normal for most people. I go to bars and restaurants all the time, and I see people come in and walk out of there. The shit don't be all lined up with cabs and Ubers like the goddamn airport. If that were the case, you would step out of these restaurants and these bars and shit, and you would have cabs and Uber stands like it's goddamn O'Hare International. I ain't never seen it. I ain't never seen it. Never seen it. Y'all gotta tell me where y'all go and they got doggone taxi stands and Uber stands so that everybody who go in there and have 1 or 2 drinks, they can't nobody drive home. I mean, I ain't saying that you don't do that. I'm just saying that that's not the norm. Moving on. And this is another thing that be making this show unbearable sometimes. It's like these ridiculous standards. Okay, now Ken. Ken gives me Joe Torre. 150%. I swear to God, he gives me Joe Torre specifically from Poetic Justice. Keep shining, baby. Put your when you do a comment, hun, can you put it in lowercase, like regular sentence type? The pop stars know this, but all caps give me fever. I'm just saying, it just does. It's alarming. Yes, Joe Torre, lead them hoes. Y'all remember that from Poetic Justice? Don't leave me, lead them hoes. Ken reminds me of Joe Torre. So they just in here talking about their lives, and Marquez said, thank you for coming. And for whatever reason that triggered Ken. I'm assuming it was in the tone, in the body language of how Marquez said it, because just at face value, I don't see why that would be a big deal. He can still say, thank you for coming. He probably didn't know what to say. Y'all kind of beefing, like give him a moment to pull himself together. He already been on TV crying twice. Like, have a little mercy on his soul. Okay. Have a little mercy. But he triggered Ken, so now they at it. I also think that this is probably, I don't know if it was some internet stuff going on where they was coming for each other. I don't know, but I didn't get why they were so triggered about that. And then they had to go on and say how they had to pay for dude. It's like, y'all got to grow up. Y'all had a beautiful conversation, a grown man conversation the other day. And Ken seems pretty level-headed. So Marquez probably did take a jab. I don't know. Mods, y'all know how I feel about all caps. So yeah, there wasn't really much going on here. They supposed to go talk to Marquez, I think. Is that what happened? I guess they clean out the garage. Trish's body is still tea. And I like her braids. And I'm glad that they're here. That's all I got for y'all here. Now, why the Fletchers?
I want you to do my cook.
Hold on. How I get past this without y'all hearing it? Hold on. I don't know. I don't know how. I'm just gonna let
I want you to be my coach.
I know how to do it. So, hold on one second. Real quick. I like the fact that Trish and Ken are here. They give us storyline that we didn't know that we needed. I appreciate the diversion. I'm happy that they got their little entry point on the the intro. Hopefully that means that we're gonna see them for a little bit. They're given. It's given. Marquez is the key. I agree. Okay, so let me pause this. Wait, hold on. All right, that's good. Okay, let's keep it there. Goddamn mouse went out again. Here we go. All right, so. Oh, I'm sorry. Keep shining. I'm sorry. Keep shining. I'm gonna try to get over that. That's a me thing. I didn't even consider that people need that to see it. I didn't even consider that. So for that reason, keep shining. I'll let you write in all caps. Only you. Only you. Since you told me that, I can make accommodations. I have not considered that might be why. Sometimes people do it when they're trying to like yell, you know, or like be whatever. But I didn't even consider that. I didn't think about that. So my bad. Okay, y'all. I already kind of went through this scene. Nell telling Fletcher some stuff that she could have said to Melody's face. So unless Nell is going to keep that energy the next time she see Melody, I don't want to hear it. And why y'all sitting here at the doggone dance studio anyway? Y'all supposed to be dancing. So why y'all even sitting there, child? These fake scenes be sending me. All right. So now, y'all. Y'all. Shanna, you said it's time Destiny came out of the bushes. She come out the bushes every now and then. You can usually catch it in the comments after the fact, but never, I don't think she's ever come through on a live before. Girl, Divine, stop. So first and foremost, Shanita, the next time you give Melody your spare wig in the car, can you at least make sure that it's even? We don't ask much of you, Shanita. But if you're gonna be building yourself a mini you gotta make your mini you gotta make sure that it's right. It gotta be right and it gotta be tight. It gotta be right, it gotta be tight. The whole left side is puffy. And the lace is lacing. And all I'm saying is, if y'all gonna be sharing wigs and exchanging them before a scene, somebody on the set got to look out for our girl. Y'all cannot have her out here like this. And she, Jesus Christ, I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna move on before somebody else says I'm a hating ass hoe. I gotta show y'all this part. Okay. Wait, why you won't let me get? Oh, because that's a preview. Okay. No, it's not. Y'all. I can't get to the part where they serving the food. Here. Take it back just a little. All right, that's fine. Damn it. Okay, so what I'm getting to, y'all, is that this was a fake event. Fake. I am so tired of being lied to and gaslit on this god doggone show. You mean to tell me that you have a community event for 7th Avenue, your product line? What's the community at? Like you can't even spend enough time talking about the actual event that you're throwing, who you throwing it for, what exactly the point of it is. You could talk nothing about that. You spent the entire freaking scene talking about Maurice to goddamn Shanita. Maurice ain't done shit to you. You done made Maurice story, your story, the whole thing. The same person who say just keep my name out your mouth. Don't talk about me. You don't got to say nothing about me. Maurice ain't done nothing to you. You could have been telling us all about your community event with no community. How tragic. What is this about this beautiful young woman who had a community event with no community? How tragic. So we come down here. The two of them get out the car. You know, the whole thing. They didn't swap wigs. Didn't think to, she didn't even brush it. Look at this wig. This looks like when you find your Barbie under the bed and you pull the Barbie up. That's how Barbie hair be looking. Like male hair look like that. Girl, stop. Who are you mad at? So they get in there and the girl is squealing. Oh my God, you did such a great job, because they pulled out the little room divider in the gym, child. And they had 3 pans of food. It wasn't no meat. They had no protein. They just had carbs and more carbs in a roll. You want baked spaghetti or regular spaghetti, green beans in a roll. And they had the nerve to have 4 people back there serving it. And I'm sitting there like, no. I've done events. I've gone to events. Ain't no way y'all was expecting no actual true amount of people to come here and do nothing if y'all got 3 pans of food and one of the pans is rolls. You got a pan of Hawaiian rolls, some green beans. They was putting the stuff in them people's to-go containers. If it's a dinner, why ain't no chairs and no tables and nothing for them people to sit down? This was literally a gym with a room divider, a couple of banners from the basement at the door, and a 6-foot table with 3 pans of food, and then a 6-foot table with some tea and some water, with some lemonade and some water. And a bunch of folks got the nerve standing around serving people. And I'm like, you know, Kimmy and them the Scotts couldn't come support me, and such couldn't come support me, and nobody could come support me because they don't support me like I support them. And I pour into everybody's businesses, and nobody can be bothered to come. And Maurice got a DUI. Like, why would you want to get a DUI? And somebody in my family was harmed by a DUI driver. And can you believe it? And then the next day he was drinking again. He had a bottle. Here's Shanita. That's crazy, G. Y'all, it was Shanita for me. Shanita's face was like, this bitch is actually nuts. Shanita's face, God dog it, wait. Shanita's face was like, this bitch is crazy. That's the face of like, girl, what? Girl, I know is she for real? Now, me and you know that this wasn't no real community event. But this what you're going to do for TV, huh? Can I talk about how I'm an ambassador in Africa and you sitting here with a community? You put more into this signage than you did into the event. When I do, this is what Shanita's saying. You see how her mouth slightly open. She talking to herself. She's like, when I do community events, I'm down in Africa, bitch, with real causes. You know how I move. I can't believe you got Shanita probably thinking, I can't believe she got me associated with no low budget community shit like this. Shanita was like, you're not gonna give these people no chicken, nothing. No goddamn Salisbury steak, nothing for the community. It was no desserts. No Sam's Club sheet cake. No fruit tray. Shanita was like, girl, I see what they've been saying about you. I see. Now I see why everybody thought you be talking crazy to me about them, because you really do this on TV. Shanita wasn't listening to nothing she was saying. Shanita, that's crazy. Gee, that's crazy, G. Damn. That's crazy. That's crazy. We all know that when people saying that's crazy, they're not listening to you. She looking at her wig shifted. She like, Lord, we didn't even out this wig. We didn't brush this wig out. Shanita thinking about everything except for what Mel standing there talking about. And Mel mad. Like, how she so turned up and this ain't even about her life. You don't even care about your own event because you ain't even talking about it. We don't even know what the hell. It's the 7th Avenue community event. That's all you feel like all you got to tell us. You ain't got to tell us the cause, what the money is going to. I just help the community. How, Sway? How are you helping? By giving a free meal of some spaghetti and some green beans? Y'all know green beans is the one thing that get passed over everywhere everybody go. That's why people don't even serve them at buffets no more. Don't nobody eat them damn green beans. You know damn well you was supposed to have some fried chicken out there and some macaroni. If you was really about the community, you would have had some fried chicken, some mac and cheese out there, some fried fish. And don't tell me that you're trying to make it healthy because it was nothing but carbs out there. Wasn't a fruit in sight. So you can't say that. This is called cheap. When I think about catering and they got the little menu and it's like you can get a pan of this or a pan of that, everything that she had a pan on were sides. Wasn't no main. Where was the main? You got to have a main piece, all sides, 2 large spaghettis, and a green bean. No fruit salad. The way that these folks want to do the bare minimum and then come play in our face and tell us how they booked and busy and they richer than us and they vacation better than us and they do this better than us and they, all of the things that they say, they so better. And then you sitting up here with 3 pans of food talking about you going to help the community. The community came in there, was like, them three folks that came in the door, scoped it out for the community. And he went back outside, told the community like they playing, they ain't got shit in there but some spaghetti. You want me to go in there and get some more for the kids? You ain't gonna have to cook later. That's what that was. So I guess it was like a soup kitchen situation. I don't goddamn it. Look, this pissed me off. This is the only reason why I came back on live, because this just pissed me off. Why would you have a community event? Don't tell us nothing about it. Don't put no effort into it. And then, oh, girl, I'm tired. You want to go over here and talk? And you all animated, your wig disheveled. The community, like, what the hell is this? They coming in to eat. You can't even be bothered to greet the people, do nothing. You over there hollering about a DUI. How ghetto? The ghetto. Some people was like, this shit is ghetto. 7th Avenue is ghetto. Because she's standing off on the sideline going off about somebody's DUI. She like them women that be on the phone, on speakerphone, when you at the store, you at JCPenney or something, and there's always somebody walking through the aisles going off on the phone to somebody, and it's like, girl, go back to your car. That was Mel in her own community event, yelling about somebody else's DUI and who don't support her. A whole tantrum. And that's why Shanita had this fake, this real tight look like, girl, stop. 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 Stop, girl, stop. Shanita was like, I know you fucking lied. Them people came in there. They was like, I don't know what it was for. It was some cameras outside. They said it was some free food in here. It was at a community center, so they ain't even playing. They was just like, look, hey, y'all want a plate? Come in here. And they came in and it was set up like that. And then Mel was over on the side hollering and screaming, child, about a DUI and about who she poured into. And she had on a ratty wig, and her friend was looking at her like, girl, you have lost your mind. And then that was people's impression of 7th Avenue on that day. They're like, I don't know what 7th Avenue is. It wasn't no products or nothing out there for us to test. I guess they just want. And then, like, what community is this? Is it the homeless community? Was it like, I just saw regular Black folks? Were they like, was it poverty, or was it just like regular people? So like, did they ask for that? Like, do you not ask the community what they need? Like Shanita does. Shanita found her a cause to stand beside. What other than putting your banners up about your products, and then like, what is it that you want for them? I guess it wasn't a fundraiser because it was free. I am confused. Right. The Black Expo would never, because Miss Ma'am had all the notes for the Expo. Y'all, this is ghetto. I don't do things that's ghetto like this. I think things through. When I have an event, y'all seen my events. We have seen your events, ma'am. So what the fuck was this? Oh, geez Louise, y'all. I can't. This pissed me off. It did. All the way off. And I ain't want to be bothered no more. I was like, I'm about to go back over here and go live again, because y'all probably ain't gonna hear from me for a few days anyway, because it's the holidays and so much shit going on. I said, let me get back on over here and tell these people what I had to think. Galentine's whenever. Lackluster isn't even like that. That don't even go far enough. Like, this is called playing in our face. Who is the community? Why are you giving them dinner? Is it dinner if there's no protein and no main dish? Like, it's not dinner. It's sides. What's the initiative? Right. Party in the pasture? Would never. This is the worst event that I've seen Mel do. And then literally go off on pretend like you were so exhausted from serving the 6 people that came in there. Because it's only 3 pans of food. And don't y'all try to go and say the rest of the food was in the car or wherever. Don't play with me. Enough. Because where was the chicken? Shut up. Hell, you gonna go talking about helping the community and you come with 0 chicken wings. You playing with these people and they knew it. Then you on some ghetto shit over there hollering and screaming. It's two, I don't know. I came in there. They said I can come get me a plate. It was 2 hoes with wigs yelling about a DUI or something. I came and got a plate. I thought it was going to be some meat. It wasn't. They had regular spaghetti and baked spaghetti. I guess the baked had cheese. They just gave me what they had and some green beans. That was it. That was it. No, it wasn't no balanced meal. Girl, carbs and green beans. If that ain't a slap in the face, that's the type of shit that'll make folks angry with you. If you invited them over for dinner and that was the dinner, you would lose friends behind that. So I was just irritated that she did all that just so that she can go over on the sideline and talk about other people's business, which she says she don't do. Everything is meow. Like, it's surprising to see how, people can't talk about anything but Melody and what Melody has going on. Girl, you ain't had nothing going on in 6 years. The only thing people talk about is how fugazi you be acting with them. And you can't even tell us nothing all this season. I don't even remember what season it was with the communications. And the communications thing was 2 years old. That's what Nell was saying, that she don't like put Black folks in jail, because that's literally putting someone in jail to say you sent me a text message 2 years ago and I'm gonna give it to the police today. Like, that's different than you going and getting a DUI. Like, you go and you get a DUI, yeah, you got to be accountable for that. Your ass drove, and we all know the risk that we take when you get behind the wheel, whether you feel drunk or not. Anything can happen. It don't even have to be that. It could be anything. You can get arrested for anything when you get behind the wheel of a car. You never know. And, as adults, you deal with it. Child, then she got to going about how disappointed she was. Because, girl, this holier than thou Jesus complex shit got to be checked out. Where is the therapist? What's his name? Where he at when we need him? I have a therapist. Fire her or him. It's unbearable. I can't even be bothered with it no more. Leave us alone with this. Let Melody go. She should free herself. She said how many different ways she got to tell y'all she don't want to be on this show. She said she don't want to be associated with none of them. And then the very next thing, we see them all playing kickball, having a good old time. Even Martel is in there playing kickball, having a good old time before he go on with his bullshit. That's what I'm saying. Martel can be revamped in a lot of ways. I don't know why they keep revamping him, but it's possible. This one don't want nothing to do with nobody. Can we not just believe this lady? Winter fell out, whatever happened with her, she moved on. Monique moved on. Mariah moved on. All of the ex-reality TV star girlies that are on YouTube now, what do they all have in common? They left the show that they hated. What is she holding up? Why is she still here? It's not her show, Mood Makers Home Decor. I really wish y'all would stop that. Not her show. It isn't. I know people feel that way, but it's not. And it ain't no loyalty in television. Ain't nobody about to waste all this money, all of this and all of that. Everybody can be replaced. And that's what people be getting it messed up. They be thinking that they can't be replaced. That's when folks get real, like conceited and, like big headed, because they be thinking that can't nobody replace you. Ask Nene. It is an ensemble cast. Ask Nene if she thought she could ever be replaced. She didn't think so either. Ask Mariah if she ever thought she could be. Now, that was Mariah's show. That was Mariah's show. Now, that is facts that Married to Medicine was Mariah's brainchild. Mariah didn't come to say, shouldn't we do a show about saving puppies in North Dakota? And Andy was like, nah, bitch, but I think we should do Married to Medicine. You know, some other doctors and some folks who married. That ain't how that went. Mariah came with the full concept. That was Mariah's show. And she still got replaced or removed. These executives do not care about one single personality. Y'all heard the thing that say one monkey don't stop no show? So Carlos has a little thing that he does where if you give him $250, he'll allow you to come and pitch a show to him. Martel and Melody decided to do just that. They paid $250 and were able to come sit in front of Carlos King to pitch a show. The show that they pitched was called No Holds Barred. The actual outtakes and pilot of that can be found on the internet. Carlos King watched No Holds Barred, did not like it at all. He said, I am not in the HGTV business. I do not do television shows about home improvement. No, I do not. That is not what I do. I do reality TV about bullshit, infidelity, cheating, and shit like that. Have you ever seen Real Housewives of Atlanta? Yes. Okay. Yeah. I used to, produce that show. You want to be on Real Housewives of Atlanta? You ever thought about that? This is actually what happened. This is actually what happened. So I don't know where on earth they still run, because if that's the case, it's Martel's show, but y'all ain't gonna ever say that. Like, y'all just, this is what I mean, y'all. It is literally a hamster wheel of debating and going back and forth about the same debunked stuff over and over again. I can't deal with it. Anyway, and you know what else I also wonder too, and I'm gonna let y'all go. Y'all know when people be like, them entertainment companies, those production companies and those entertainment companies, they don't care nothing about Black people. They don't care at all. They'll use and abuse us, and they'll do this to us, and they'll do that to us. And then for some reason, they will then in the same breath say that they will also not care about their profits or image whatsoever and hold on to a stumbling reality TV show at the cost of the entire brand and the network. They'll choose one person over the success of an entire show. They'll say, forget all of the investment that I put into this show. I'd rather throw the investment down the drain. And at this point, the investment over the past however many years has been great. I throw away my investment just so that I don't have to fire this one person. I don't know what y'all get, what economics class y'all ever taught or sat in, because that just don't make no sense. So yeah, y'all. So then we was done with that. And then, now we went down to, she's supposed to be, everybody got a mug shot. Your ass should have one too. But your ex-husband keep trying to protect you. So that's why you ain't got one. And get you another wig in the event that you end up there. And then they told us that she's supposed to sit down with Kimmy and do all this yapping in front of Kimmy. I hope Kimmy don't pull the Kermit the Frog face, and that she actually says what she means and means what she says, and don't drag this stuff out too long. Please don't drag it out. Just go ahead and approach this stuff head on and then move on. But that's all I have to say about this episode, y'all. Mel is out of her mind. She's absolutely out of her mind this season. And I don't know what's driving this. Like, I really don't know. I've never really seen her just be this clearly, like, off the chain. I don't know if it's that she really thinks that maybe Shanita is going to get on the show and then she'll be able to sell us this new cast that she wants us to buy that we don't want. I don't know what it is that she's actually thinking or why she's coming on so hard and so nasty this season. But it's not panning out on the internet. People are not liking it. And I have never in all these years of LAMH seen the kind of negative comments that Melody is getting outside of YouTube. I don't know. I think that it's a bit much. I thought that she was a little bit more self-aware because she has a controlling personality where she likes to control the things around her. In my character analysis of Melody, I told y'all why. She's not even really doing that anymore. Like it's something, I don't know. It's not as calculated as she usually is. She's not calculating at all. She is just doing and going. And I think what she might have done, which is a fatal mistake, she misread the strength of the meters because they've been able to show up so fiercely, right, and protect her. She just took that thing too far and put too many eggs in that basket. And now that all of that stuff is starting to tremble, and I don't know if production is just showing more of what she actually says and does, or what exactly it is. Something has shifted that I feel has Mel a little frazzled, so she's not able to be as calculated as she typically is. Right, that's what they say. Sweet Sass. That's what they say. So what? Did they stop paying the bots? Something happened where all of the other comments have been able to break through, and something has shaken Mel. To me, y'all know I don't dislike her, so y'all know I still have a heart for Melody, and my dream is that she turns it around. But the longer that this stuff goes on, like I just don't see the path for it. I haven't heard about her doing any more lives for real. I don't know that she's really done any like real lives since that whole phone gate thing happened. If she did, I don't know anything about them. That's good. Like that's a step. Besides the TikTok lives and stuff, I don't count those. But like her sit down, talk about everybody moments, I haven't seen that since the phone gate. Y'all let me know if I'm missing something. If she has done something like that since phone gate, something is up. I'm still gonna send her good thoughts and pray for her healing, because I do think that it is possible, and I look forward to that if it actually happens. But those of y'all who claim that y'all love this lady, that still go up for her, like Neil said, all you do girls, y'all gotta come get your girl. Ain't no way. Nah. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all this. I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna take it back. Now, I tell y'all no, I'm not gonna say I'm unbiased because I do have biases. I told y'all this. I do have biases. I'm not gonna pretend like I'm unbiased, but I'm gonna be fair, right? Destiny and Letitia are my girls. I'm not saying like I know them. Love them. Y'all know how I feel about Tisha. Now, I actually have the privilege of having some communication with Destiny because she's on YouTube, right? Do you know how much feedback and stuff that we share with Destiny? Remember that whole live I did where we were talking about how she needs to choose better men? And we went down the list of all the men we would like the type of men we would like to see her date. And even today, and she popped in the chat while I was giving her some grief about the Kermit the Frog face while you sitting there talking to Martel, like open your mouth and say something. And this ain't even like a friend, like real life situation, right? But nobody, if I care about somebody, like I really see it for you and I want you to win, I'm never going to co-sign you doing anything that's going to make you look crazy in the face of public opinion, on television, And that's not good for you and not for your ultimate good. But it's a lot of hurt people that support Melody and they are attached to her for the part of her that's hurt. And I think that that part has been magnified to a point to where I don't even know if she recognizes herself anymore. Because I don't really think that that's the type of, I mean, she got her ways, right? But just like this whole hurt persona, I don't know that when she was little that she thought to herself, I want to grow up and just be like the poster child for a used and abused woman. Right? So and this is where I'm going to say something unpopular. Y'all be forgetting why I got this name. At this point on IG, posts just won't do it. No. Okay, I'm going to answer that. Y'all know what I think, but I'm going to say it again for those of y'all who are new. I forgot what I was just saying. But you don't let your people just be out here looking like this. I don't think that Melody recognizes even who she is anymore. And for those of y'all who actually like this woman, who aren't butthurt and recliner bound, y'all need to try to help her. Oh, this is what I was going to say. I really believe this. Shanita, if Mel lets her and she didn't cancel her, Shanita Foster actually has sense. Nah, I think she say wild things and I don't want to see her on TV. And I did not watch the show she was on. And I don't think that I really want to watch. I can't even say that. If I don't know, there could be a world where I would be interested in seeing Shanita on TV. I don't want to see her on Love and Marriage Huntsville. I think that's fair to say. There will be a world that if she was on something that I may be interested, but not this. This is force fit. Okay. Don't like it. But I do think that Shanita is down to earth enough. Sure, she's full of herself. A lot of these folks are. Put that aside. That's public persona. I do have a feeling that Shanita is not crazy. And I do think, just based on things that I've seen Shanita say and do, that she can see in between the stuff and she's not comfortable with it. And I do think that Shanita is strong enough in who she is and of all the things for her to say what she actually thinks. We've seen it before. Shanita told Mel to her face that she was something when they was at the little tea party. I forgot what she said to her. So I'm holding out hope that maybe Shanita can help her, I don't know, work through this shit in a more healthy fashion. I don't know. But I'm going to put my money on Shanita and see what she can do. She gonna probably get dismissed and canceled, and that would be some nasty work. That woman got on a plane from Africa to come see about you, and you will cancel that lady for trying to get you together. So Shanita, if you're listening to this, thank you, Bad Girl Riri. She was like, I felt bad for Maurice. Mel wanted Shanita to go in on Maurice so bad. Telling y'all, Shanita was there like, girl, what? No, that's crazy. That's crazy, G. That was Shanita, the whole scene. She's like, I felt bad for him because I'm sure that was embarrassing because Shanita know that she prayed her ass home from a bar before. So stop. Little Miss Perfect, don't nobody invite her out no more. Girl, you can criticize everybody from the safety of your own basement. That is so not cool. But anyway, y'all, I need y'all to send some good. I know y'all gonna get mad. Y'all need to send some good thoughts to Melody. I've been telling y'all this for months. I don't think that she's okay. I'm Melody's biggest fan, actually. I don't think that she's okay. She needs good people around her. She don't need yes people around her. Those are the same folks that brought Hammer down. MC Hammer, he had the biggest posse of them all. He went bankrupt trying to support all them people who never told him no, nothing but yes men around him. That don't serve anybody. Look at what Diddy going through. All these folks that surround themselves are people that just say, oh, yes, yes, queen. Yes, yes, yes. Right? To their own detriment. Okay. See, my pop stars do not be trying to hit us. They they do not be trying to hit us, y'all. But they know I'm right. They know I'm right. So let me get out of here before I get cussed out. Making your headache. She's not okay. No, I feel like they are like, I feel like they're eating that lady alive, emotionally and spiritually. I really do. And I think that she needs to blink 3 times if she needs help. We may have to do a rescue mission. Go get her. And to put her in rehab, social media rehab. And whatever they do to people that's coming out of cults, we got to go get her and send her through the process. I don't have enough empathy for her. She can crash out. I know that's what y'all think. And y'all know on Mondays and Tuesdays, that's how I feel too. And then on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I feel like this. She need a mellow bench. Remember the show Intervention? We need to stage something like that. We need to stage something like that. And get some folks that she actually listened to. But we need the folks that she look up to. She's not okay, Dana. Thank you. What's my question, Meek? Meek, well, okay. What you say, Meek? What will it take to turn this around? Turn it around for who, Meek? If you mean turn it around, like for her to turn it around in relationship with others, turn the show around, I'm gonna say that you mean what is it gonna take to turn around the show? I got a couple of lives that I'll remind y'all that I did. The one of my dream cast. I gave y'all the people and the storylines. In all of those situations, Melody is either not part of the cast or she is a friend of. All for her to rebrand. I know Awesomely Grateful. Y'all ain't wrong. For her to rebrand. Ooh. The only way that Melody can honestly rebrand, she would have to denounce the meters first and foremost. Then she would have to go offline for a while. And she would need to really, truly go to real therapy. Like behavioral therapy, cognitive behavioral therapy, not a life coach, not nobody that's just going to coast. Because I've had therapists that I felt like were really trying to be friends with me or were, seeming more like friends. And I was like, no, you're not challenging or pushing me. Like, I need somebody who's not going to buy my bullshit. Right? She needs a therapist who's not going to buy her bullshit and who's going to force her to be reflective and work with her on how to be accountable. But here's the thing, Meek. This is what y'all can't forget. This is what makes it difficult, is that she is, to me, I'm not a professional. In my opinion, I think that she is truly a narcissist. Narcissists do not respond to therapy because they don't think that anything is wrong with them. It's very hard, and that's why it can't be fixed, right? It's very hard to get a true narcissist to engage with therapy in any meaningful way. Now, they'll probably go just to like give an appearance of something. Is usually contrived for like, self-seeking reasons. It's not really to heal and be better. Yes. But you would have to already be slightly healed to even seek a therapist who specializes in narcissism. Right? And we've had this conversation before too. Like, because she's a narcissist, I don't think that she would actually do any of her own work. And that's the root of the whole thing. Right? So because she doesn't see herself as flawed, she doesn't see herself as needing to fix anything. I think that for that reason, it would be very difficult. Now, if someone was able to convince her, and I don't know how one would do this, and if she can actually really truly get into some real cognitive behavioral therapy, then maybe. But anything outside of that, I don't know that it's possible. It is sad. It actually is sad. It is sad. I agree. That's why I be telling y'all every now and then I be feeling away, because it is sad. But I don't know that she has an awareness of that. Because in order to have an awareness of that, then you may, like, narcissism, real narcissism. I'm not talking about how everybody want to call everybody a narcissist, but like what I know to be true about actual narcissism, like it is like a disorder. It ain't, people don't just wake up and be like, I want to be a narc. Like, it's not something that people have control over. It's almost like a worldview. So like, she don't see any of that stuff as wrong. She doesn't see that she's trying to control other people's thoughts and opinions of her. She doesn't think that she is hella dismissive. She doesn't think that she gaslights. She doesn't think that she does any of those things. She thinks that, like, for some reason, Maurice then became partially responsible for what happened to her grandmother. I don't even know why those two things were brought up in the same sentence. Like, what does what happened to your family member have to do with what he's going through? But she made some sort of connection between the two so that this could be about her. And it wasn't about her. Right? But she's not able for it not to be about her, because in her mind, everything is about her. Yeah, so it's tough. So I guess in that way, it's too far gone, which is why I just think that she needs to be a friend of her. She needs to lead a show, get her own show. I don't know what her show will be about. Maybe she can do the what you call it. She can do the no holds barred, or call it something else. Maybe I don't know. Hell, I don't know. Carlos, that's up to you, or whomever else want to do television with the lady. But it's gonna keep wearing us out. Therapy for Black girls. Now, I've never heard of that, Mildred, but I'm a little bit leery of, I don't know. I don't like the labels and things. All right, y'all, that's all I got for y'all. That was supposed to be my short recap. That's it. But that fake event had me, y'all. I'm like, no, she ain't playing in our face. And then got the nerve to use the whole time, talk about how didn't nobody come support her. Girl, you put this together this morning. Pulled them community letters out the basement, lit them up. Girl, stop. Whew, y'all. But they'll be back next week with the same bullshit. Yeah, we know. We know he was cleared. And that's what I was saying earlier, Darlene, is that he probably did not take a breathalyzer test, which is probably why he got charged with the DUI, because he wouldn't take the breathalyzer, which is probably why or how it got dismissed, because they didn't have any actual evidence. But again, the way Mel was talking about it, he was going 95 on the freeway, like I said, hanging out the sunroof, taking a piss with a bottle of beer, yelling YOLO. Yeah, maybe her and the Meters can have a show. Like Love Has Won. But let me get out of here, y'all. I appreciate hollering at y'all. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving. I hope y'all got y'all food ready. I'm not doing traditional Thanksgiving food at my house. My sister lives around the corner. She cooking traditional food. But one of my kids is having a major birthday this weekend, so I'm not overextending and exerting myself. So we are doing a seafood boil for Thanksgiving, which means I just got to put a bunch of stuff in a pot and make some bomb-ass dipping sauce, and I'm done. So I'm actually happy about that, because I usually always host for the holidays, and I'm not doing that for Thanksgiving. So I'm glad. But I am hosting this weekend. Well, not here, but doing some stuff for one of my kids' And then y'all know Christmas is coming. So I'm actually working on a vlog for my members. And you know how I be telling y'all that y'all need to go get y'all lives together and stop worrying about everybody else and go clean out that that drawer in your refrigerator with the onions in it and all that stuff. Okay, so in the spirit of that, I'm gonna be doing some organizing and some projects, showing y'all stuff that y'all probably could be doing instead of being on the internet. And the first is transitioning my porch, y'all. So I'm flipping the porch from fall to Christmas. So I'm gonna walk out through my process, and that's gonna be fun. So just simply, yes, y'all, happy holidays. Y'all be careful. Good, good, Dana. That's really good news, Dana. All right, I hope y'all give y'all people something more than 2 pans of spaghetti and some green beans. Oh, YOLO means you only live once. Really, I want to do, I think I did 2 last year, but I didn't only decorated one of them, and one was smaller. I think I want to do 2 as well, but I think I'm gonna do a live tree. But we'll go through that too. So we will holler at y'all later. Happy Thanksgiving. Bye.